Courage. Let's break some dogmas out here, my friends. Dogma in our own mind, in the narratives. Let's be dangerous again. It's time for courage. This is a message for all the modern warriors out there, and really anyone looking to actually take those leaps forward in your life. My friends, our relationship to fear determines the measure of success and growth that happens in our life. Our relationship to fear. If we're feeling stagnant, blocked, kind of like held in a rigid, decaying pattern, it's a relationship to fear that is keeping us there. In fact, fear marks the way. We're going to get into quite a few things on this Raw Talk, my friends. Hit that like button. But this is inspired from a few different places. The first one being that looking at my own life, my own journey here, a lot of us think that success is a measure of how disciplined you are, of how hard you work, or how motivated you are, or how much law of attraction or manifestation shit you're doing. But really, success is determined by, are you finding your fear and leaning into it, period. Because success, my friends, in my belief, in my story, in my experience, comes to us as a consequence of leaning into our sacred mission out here. And our sacred mission is marked by fear and resistance on the path, period. Yes, we can do all the law of attraction we want to try to manifest for our ego's gain or whatever we're projecting out there, trying to escape something. But usually we're trying to escape where we are because we're not ready to face the fear that's holding us here. Okay? In my life, let's talk about being dangerous. I got really sick and actually wanted to drop out of school the moment I got into college. And I was at this great school that I worked so hard to get into. And there's so much fear and uncertainty, like, wow, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna make money? I'm hanging out with future millionaires right now. What are my friends gonna think? How's my family gonna take this, right? And I walked this path, kicking and screaming the whole goddamn way, but courageous nonetheless, of turning away from what I don't want to see and turning towards that mystery, right? Guess what? Life is always uncertain. No matter how much degrees and on paper, oh, I'm going to have money. I got this pile behind me of things I've been saving up. I'm creating security in my life. No matter how secure you're feeling, you have no idea if you're going to get hit by a bus on the way to work tomorrow, right? If your wife's going to leave you, if your life's going to crumble apart, there's always uncertainty, period. Welcome to Earth. Right? And our relationship to fear is from moving forward, is from change, is from going into uncertainty. Can we create a new relationship with the mystery and to fear itself? Right? And because I left school and because I went through that, and really all the points that were I had so much fear around, people finding my YouTube channel, right? Figuring out how I can make money on my own in a new field, right? Leaving school, being humiliated by a lot of people. So much fear around criticism, around poverty or scarcity, right? But leaning into that courageously and just doing what my heart is calling me to do, my friends, that leads you to a path of great character development, of great true success, that deep success where it's wow, I'm actually living in alignment with my purpose. My friends, to get to a place where you're moving forward is to find your fear right here and now, right? I see this in my relationship with a loved one, Our love blossoms when I address the fear of losing her. When you can let go of what you love most, you are free. You are free to fearlessly love, right? Fearless love is so much greater than attached love. In fact, attached love is nothing. You're trying to hold on to something that you can't hold on to, right? Fearless love allows for the dance to continue organically. How about in your business? What do you fear most, right? Is it moving in a different direction? Is it the uncertainty of creating this business, right? Is it fear of actually being your full authentic self, of being funny, of being weird, of being on the fringe? Where's your edge, my friends? Find your edge, find your power. Guess what? When we go into danger fearlessly, with courage per se, When we go into danger with courage, so much energy and excitement erupt out of life. A lot of people I talk to, myself included, have been feeling stagnant, slow lately. Like, yeah, the information used to be really exciting. Yeah, the spiritual experiences used to be really exciting. But like, it's time to be embodied. It's time to get grounded. It's not quite as exciting, right? Where's the real energy lie in life right now? This is my experience. And it's like, what do I fear? Do I fear leaving this community and my partner to go on the travels that I really want to do? Wow. I tap into that idea, so much energy starts erupting inside of me. So much courage to go live my strongest life. Think about your strongest life, my friends. Think about your highest reality. Think about your highest purpose here, right? And think of it with intensity and aspiration, with courage in your heart, right? And then really look at how you're living right now. Live your greatest life. To do that requires courage to actually live. You see, my friends, the third thing I want to get into this video is our relationship to death. Really consider dying. Really consider your closest ones leaving this plane, transitioning out, right? Really consider getting old in your body, not being able to move well, right? If we can face that undaunted with dignity and really feel that feeling, and if we can do that with courage, we will have so much goddamn courage to live, because we will once again cherish life for what it's worth. Because we have the courage to sit with the fear, the highest fear of them all, the fear of death, the fear of the great mystery, the great unknown, right? We have the courage to live from there. Going on in a new tangent, so many people I see on YouTube right now have success. A lot of YouTubers that I started watching a few years ago are in this place of, wow, thousands and thousands or millions of subscribers. But the spiritual messages are getting so damn stagnant out here. Why? Because once we create success in our lives in any small measure, we want to hold on to it with everything we got. Why? Because we're scared of moving on to the next and higher heights. Yes, we got this success and now I want to hold on to it. Then you see these YouTubers just start repeating the pattern, repeating the messages. Like literally so many people, I don't want to shout names out here, but are just repeating the same garbage, and you can tell it's uninspiring to them. They're no longer moving forward in their lives. Because they're not in the mystery anymore, they're dwelling in the known world. Stop dwelling in the known, head into the mystery, unlock the energy, unlock success. Success is hidden by the next door of fear, the next obstacle of resistance. And guess what, my friends? A lot of people think right now that if I have a lot of resistance to doing something, or I have a lot of fear to doing something, right, that it's not that important, or maybe there's a way to avoid having to do that. I would wager, my friends, wherever you have the most resistance, anxiety, and fear in your life is where your highest calling awaits you. Wherever your calling is strongest, resistance will be equal and opposite. It is the foe you chose to go into battle with, so that you can grow into the man or woman you were meant to be. My friends, to grow muscles, you need resistance. To grow character, you need resistance. To grow into your highest purpose, you need resistance. I have so much fear, perfectionism, resistance to creating content. It's actually really hard for me, believe it or not. I've developed a new relationship to those feelings, to that fear, and it erupted energy into my life. So much energy. It's hard for me to even handle it all right now, right? So many new opportunities came from it. So much abundance. Did I see how? When I'm leaving college, I'm starting this spiritual YouTube channel, and everyone thinks I'm literally fucking nuts. Like stupid crazy. Everyone just like laughing at me back home. I'm going into this mystery right here. There's so much uncertainty, so much loss behind me, right? But holy shit, by trekking on, by being resilient in the face of that resistance, right? And just trekking on and following my heart's message, following the call. So many beautiful opportunities and a lifestyle I couldn't have dreamed of is at my doorstep. It's here. It's alive, you know? My friends, we think that we want all these things, but what you really want is to be doing what you are meant to be doing. Living from your deepest self. To live from your deepest self, we have to clear the fear in between. Clear the fear, my friends. You see, you have this I, this identity, this programmed image of self, and maybe this idea of what you want to be or who you think you are, okay? And then you have this next level, or more inner level per se, of where you're authentically at, your authentic self, being as you are, right? And then, at an even deeper, more innermost level, you have your actualized full self waiting. He's been guiding you, she's been guiding you all along this journey, right? But to get there, we have to clear the fear in like, wow, to be your full authentic self, you gotta be able to express radically. To be free in your expression. How free are you in your expression, right? Are you conforming or consolidating yourself into an image of like, this is how I'm supposed to express. This is what a successful person acts like. This is what the best me acts like, you know? How about we go face fear? How about we go, you know, push the edges, be dangerous in our expression, be weird. Fuck, if I watch some of my beginning videos, they were so cringy, so weird. But they allowed me a greater expansion of the extremes where I could actually find authenticity instead of only being over here in normal. You gotta go way over here into weird in order to allow the space for the authentic self to shine through, right? You can't live from your deepest self if you have so many fears and attachments to different things in this world, right? Really, and this goes even deeper, my friends. Sorry, this is a raw philosophical dialogue. I hope you're enjoying this video. This goes into values even, you know? Like for me, one of my main points of resistance and fear with making videos is like, oh, I'm not gonna like feel like it. I'm not gonna feel up to it. It's not gonna be fun, you know? And I just sit with that like, dude, you value how you fucking feel? How about value bringing an inspiring message to the ears of your brothers and sisters out there, changing lives? How about valuing, expressing, being in the act of what you were meant to be, becoming who you were meant to be? How about I value being strong? But all of those are pushed aside because I'm valuing over all of it. You know, I got like fear and resistance, like, I don't know if I'll feel like it, I don't know if I'm up to it. It's like, who gives a fuck? Can we give less fucks to actually what doesn't deserve any fucks given to it? Sorry for the language there. But I think that powerful language makes a statement. What are you giving about right now, in this day? What fucks are controlling you per se? What's your values, right? And we can like ask these questions, you know? With our lives right here and now is like, what's my biggest fear in moving forward? Stop looking to where you want to go and start looking to what you're resisting, the lesson you're not learning. The lesson precedes the blessing. The fun follows, the celebration follows the test. Actually take the test, my friends. Go do it. Be dangerous. If you're young, it's time to be dangerous. What do you actually have to lose? Also, when we get to this place, I was kind of speaking into this with YouTube, is like we get to this place where like, oh, I have a few things, and now I don't want to lose these things. And then we live from fear the rest of our fucking lives. It's like, no, you have to be able to let go of everything you have and are when the call arises to the next phase of being. We're holding on to this small, meager measure of success and literally resigning, giving away our divine glory and inheritance. Remember your greatness, my friends. Remember your higher purpose. Remember your potential and live courageously into that image. Courage will unlock the energy in your life. Courage will unlock success in your life. Being dangerous at the beginning allows you to move rapidly. Dangerous. So many kids in college are thinking about what they want to do for the rest of their fucking lives and creating security by a signed slip of paper saying, got a diploma in this. And like, that's like of the utmost importance in our society. It's crazy. It's fucking ridiculous. It's like, why are we striving to create security and being trained to create security and comfort from day one? Those are no longer values in my mind. I don't want or need security. I want a courageous relationship with the mystery. That's how I grow into greatness. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this. If you guys want to talk to me one-on-one, we keep it raw. Sometimes there's intense messages like this, but I love chatting with people. I love inspiring people. So if you're called to chat with me one-on-one, link in the description to apply for a free session. Furthermore, my friends, we got manifestation masterclasses where you can sign up for updates on that. Link also in the description. And join the Facebook group. Either way, my friends, hit that like button. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Go be dangerous. Go live courageously. Peace.